So first of all, good evening all of you and welcome back in this session on ODE for, numerical methods for ODE. Okay. And today we will discuss in this entire session uh, functions. There are several type of functions because inbuilt functions we can easily access, but sometimes inbuilt functions are not available for our some specific task. So in that case, we have to write our own function, and by using the same, we can easily get our desired result. Okay, and all of you are from mathematics background, and most of the faculty members and the research scholars. So this session will be very helpful, and some also we will target it how we can visualize our results. Okay, so now I going to start sharing my screen, and just 1 minute. This is my MATLAB window. You can see at this place. So I usually, I prepared a script file so that a lot of time can be saved, and the same file will also be uploaded for you to write your own program. But the most important thing is how this file will work, how you can create your user-defined functions. Okay, and what types are there, how you can use then in the script file, how you can create function, how you can call them for numerical results and for the other type of task which you need for your findings. Okay, so here, just 1 minute. So this is the um, file which I prepared for today's session. And first thing is types of function, uh, and why we need the inbuilt functions. Okay, user-defined function. So in MATLAB, function can be categorized into several types based on their functionality and purpose. So here we will discuss some type of functions which are useful in our findings. So first we have the built-in functions, and these we discuss in the very first day. Okay, so there are all type of the elementary functions are available in MATLAB, and those functions are known as built-in functions. We can easily access them. We can directly use for any kind of specific task which we need to perform. Okay, so here you can see this is very small code, and here we want to find out the value of this sine function corresponding to the argument. The value is 30. So while writing the sequence of statement, we will always use CLC and clear so that only the current value and the latest value which we assign can easily be passed, and all the results and outputs which are available in the command window and workspace will be deleted and clear by using this sequence of statement, this statement. Okay, so when you want to execute this one. Okay, and also MATLAB provide a wide range of built-in functions that perform various operations such as mathematical computations, signal processing, image processing, and more. And these functions are included in MATLAB core library. So here is the example. If you want to execute this section, okay, so just you need to click at this place, or when you will click, or either you can control and enter, depends upon you. So when you will click at this place, and you can see the value of sine 30 we have at this place. Similarly, if you want to check the all the entire inbuilt function, you can use this sequence, this statement. And in the last session, we also discussed about what is the meaning of help elementary function. This will return us the entire list of all the inbuilt functions in MATLAB. Okay, and once again, you can check at this place by running this section, okay, you can see the entire list of all inbuilt functions are available here, and you can find their corresponding syntax. Okay, for the use, suppose if you want to check the syntax corresponding to, you can choose any function for this one. Okay, so when you will click at this place, click on the function. This will return the syntax how you can use. You can check the syntax at this place. Okay, so all these elementary functions are inbuilt and corresponding to each syntax are available. If before starting to use, you must go through the syntax so that any kind of misusing or while using any kind of error can be avoided. So these are very simple, but now the main objective of this session is to how we can define or user defined functions, how we can create, how we can use, and how we can prepare the script file. This is very useful because for different type of task, we need some specific function which are not available in the MATLAB, but we have to create our own self, and then we can manipulate, we can find the corresponding numerical results, we can have a graphical interpretation, and also when we have a long program, and in other words, you can say the complex programming. In that case, you need to call these functions. So all these this discussion will be very helpful and very informative to all of us. Okay, so the user can create their own function to perform specific tasks. These functions are stored in separate files with .m extension, and they can be reused in different scripts or functions. Okay, as you can see on the left hand side, all these are different functions which I have already created, and you can see that all these files are saved with the name of with the extension .m. Okay, so all the files or script file which we create in MATLAB will always be saved with the extension .m. Okay, so these are several functions, and all these are user defined. We will discuss all these one by one. But before starting, we need to understand a structure of the function, how we can create. So this is the structure of the user defined function. See here, this is the function. At this place, this is the output, and then this is the function name, and these are the arguments or inputs. Okay, if the function depends upon one variable, then we have only one input. If the function depends upon two variable, then there will be two input. Sometimes a function depends upon two variables or three variables along with the several parameters also. So all these are input variables, and we can easily, sorry, yes. So just 1 minute. Okay. So at this place, we will uh, give the name of the function. But the most important thing is that uh, when you give the name of the file at this place or the function, save the file with the same name. Don't change it. I will give you some example. And then we have the some function body, performance operations. This is the output. These are some several part of the function, and at this place we will start the function, then we will end the function. So here we define very clearly what is the meaning of a function, output, input. All these detail are available here so that you can easily go through these parts of the function while writing in the MATLAB. So what is function? This is the keyword is used to define the function in MATLAB, okay, which is used at this place. Then we have output one, output two, output three. These will be at this place. This will be at this place. You can use in this way. And if you have more than one output or also the single, you will use this type of bracket. Okay, square bracket. So these are the output of the argument of the function, and you can have multiple output arguments separated by commas. Sometimes we have one output, sometimes we have multiple functions we need to um, interpret simultaneously. In that case, we have naturally uh, more than one output, as depend upon how many functions are there. And all the functions which you will write at a place depend upon the same input. Inputs are same, parameter, the values of the parameters are same, but corresponding to all these inputs we required different outputs. Okay, so at the in that case we have several outputs also. Then we have the function name. Function name is at this place. This is the name you give to your function, and these are the inputs that will be always by using this bracket open parenthesis will be used, and these are the input arguments of the function. You can have multiple input arguments separated by commas. Then we have the comment. Okay, as you can see that at this place we have these statements are commented. Okay, so these comments can be used to include in the function, and comments to describe the purpose of the function and any important details about its implementation we can define after this statement. This is the main statement to define the function and to write the function, which will include the input variable, arguments, and output, as well as the function name. Okay, and then after we have the function body. What is the function body? This is where you will write the code to perform the describe operations using input arguments. Okay, because your function will depend upon the input arguments and in which manner your function has been written or is given. So according to that, we have to write the sequence of statement so that our function can be easily write and we have the required output. And at the end, we have end function. End will be used when every function in the MATLAB ends with the end keyword. Okay, so you can see this is the function and at this place end. Okay, so here we have the output, here is the inputs, this is the function name, and then we have function body, and at this place we have output. So this is the main structure to write a program, to write a function in MATLAB, which is user defined, Okay. Yes. So here I would like to put one simple example, and then you need to save the function. Okay. And after save the function, the file will be with the name of .m. Okay. You can check this function, my function. Yes. This is very simple function. You can check here. Very simple function. Here is the function. We will start to write a function in the MATLAB by using function. Okay. At this place we have function, and at this place we have end. Then this is the output, and this is the input. Okay, this is the input. So here you can have one argument or more than one argument you will use, and then after at this place you will give the name of the function at this place. So then you can describe at this place what is the purpose to write the function. Okay, and where you need to apply. If you need, you can describe about the function, and all these are not the part of function, but this is the description about the function, why we write this function and where we need to use. So whatever you need, you can describe at this place. This will help you to understand, and how many arguments you can include here, arguments and equations and formulas. All these are used at this place by commenting this sign. Okay, by using the sign will be all the statement will be commented, and these will not execute. Okay, so here we are using a very simple output, and output depends upon this operation. Here, input product 2. So all the inputs which we will assign the value at this place, or we pass the value, this will be twice and it will return. Okay. You can after when you will save this file, see at the place, this is my function. Okay, I assign the name of the function as my function. You can give any name, but when you will save the file, this must be with the same name. See at the place at the top, you can see where my cursor is there. Okay, on the top, see my function.m with the same name, but the extension is .m. And on the left hand side, you can see this one. Okay, see at this place my function.m and this name of the function, both are same. Okay, so while saving, don't change it, otherwise this will not work for you. Okay, so always you when you will assign the name at the place, while saving, the name of the file must be same as you assign the name at this place. This is very important. Now come here. Okay. Now you can see we call the function which we write at this place, and this file is in our current directory. You can close it. Okay, we create our own function. Now we can easily manipulate, we can pass any value through this function. See at this place, here is CLC and clear, usually we use. And now my function. Okay, this is the my function, and we are passing the value 5. There are two different value ways. Either you can use in this way also. Here is input. Okay, this is input, and you can, what you will do, you will assign the value input is equal to 5, is equal to 5, comment it, and then also at this place we have input. So there is both have same sense. Okay, so either you can use in this way or you can directly pass the value. So when you will execute this sequence of statement, see here we have the output value is 10. The output value is 10 because at this place, which value you will assign for the input, this will be twice at this place, which is the output value. Okay. So in this way, this will work. You can change this value. Here I am changing the value, and then you can execute. Yes. So this is now 20. If you are using at this place 100, and see, this will be twice. Okay, so once you write your own function, then you can operate, you can use for different type of operations, experiments, and you can use anywhere what you need. So this is the very simplest example to write user-defined function for one argument. Now come to at this place. Yes. So here we have one more example, user-defined function with two variables. Here we are using two variable, and you can have more than two variable. See here, the function is rectangle area. Okay, this is the function. This is the function. Yes. So here you can see the area depend upon two arguments, length and width. Okay. So to find out the area of a rectangle, we need two arguments, length and width. Only then we can find out. Okay. So here, this is the name of the function. Okay. Rectangle area. And these are the input arguments. You can use in this way length and width. You can use A and B, depends upon your choice. Okay. And then at this place, we have the formula. Okay, to find out the area of a rectangle, we know length into width. Okay, so now when you will save the file, the name of this function will be the same as we have the name of the file, rectangle area, you can see. Okay, check both. So always keep the same name which you assign for the function. Now you can manipulate. At this place. So here area will be equal to rectangle. These are the arguments. Length is 4. First is length, then we have width. Okay, width is 5. And when you will execute, we have the result, which is area of this rectangle. Okay, you can check it. These are very simple examples, and by understanding, you can extend for complex problems. Yes. Okay. So this is a very simple example. Similarly, if you want to write one more function, I'm going to start at this place. We have function, and then I have y is equal to this is my function. This is my function. Okay. Fun, and then I have at this place x comma y, and then you can choose a comma b. A and b are any parameter you can say, and then what you will do, y is equal to I can choose at the place, suppose I have a product x, then plus b product y. Okay, you can take at the place a sign. This will be some more complex. Okay, and comment, then end. Okay, now when I will save, I will not change this one. Just you need to press Control S. See, don't change this name. Save. And this function saved at this place. You can see this one, my function. Okay, and extension is .m. Now I can manipulate. See, what I will do, I need to pass the values of the argument of this function. I copied this part, and then numerical results come to this file. Okay, come to this file. I want to comment all this part by when you select all this sequence of statement, press Control plus R. Okay, so all the selected statement has been commented. Now these will not execute. We have you can have at z is equal to, okay, z is equal to, just 1 minute. I have some, yes, I am using at this place x and y both. So at this place I have to take z, and here is also z. Okay, so z is output and these are input. So z depends upon these two variable as well as a and b. A, b are some parameter. Okay. So now again update this, save first, then use it. Now we have the value of x is 3, value of y is 5. These are the values of a, b, and semicolon, then display. What? Z. Okay, so here we are passing these values of the variable and parameter. Okay, we assign all the values to the arguments which are involved in the function. Then you will write your own function. We are called the function at this place, and all these values will pass through this function, and the resulting value or output value will be stored at this place. So this is the output function. Okay, and to display we are using display z at this place. When you will execute this file, either you can press this section Yes, we have this value. We have this value. Now you can manipulate these values. You can frequently change at this place. This is a 6. This is, we have 10. Then you can choose. So once you write a function, you can manipulate and you can do several experiments. Just you have a correct function which you define at this place. Okay, and again you can run this file. Okay, but one more thing I will let you know. Once you will define the function, then sometimes we will have the problem. Okay, see here, I am choosing one more function for you. I have a very simple function. I have very simple function, and at this place I am taking y, okay, and is equal to, I am choosing here simple fun, or you can say this is f1. This is my first function. Okay, this is my first function, and I have only one argument and one variable. Okay, then y is equal to I have is a sign, and at this place I have a product x, and then product, you can use here x square. You can use here x square. Then end. Okay. And I want to save this function first. Control S. And the function is saved with the name of f1. Okay. This is f1 function. Now see the problem which you will face. You can see on the right hand side at this place we have the green no warning found. But this function is not correct. Why? See, we do some experiment, then you will realize why this is incorrect. We are coming at this place. What we do, we are comment all these. Control R. Okay. And at this place, I am choosing x is equal to 3, and comment a is equal to, I have is 2, and then y is equal to, I have f1, then a comma x, then I have a comma x. Yes, I have to use this one. I have to use this part. Fine. Okay. And then display what? Y. Okay. We have to display y. C. We write a very simple function f1, and there is only one variable and one parameter. Okay. And y is equal to, we have some this type of function which is very simple. Now come here. When you will execute this sequence of statement, see what happen. We have this value. The value is returning, and we think this is correct. But see, when we have x is equal to I have is 0, then colon, 0.5 colon 5. Okay, now this is input value, and this is function, and here is, we will display the values corresponding to this one. See, when we will execute, yeah, error, there is error in the function. Why? Can you anyone explain why there is error in this function? Anyone, please? Why this error in the function? Yes, please. And I think all of you know about this error. Anyone, please?
Sir, can you switch the program?
Yes, you can see the program. Yes, this is the function.
Sir, power the A and X are different type data type.
Pardon?
X is matrix and A is constant. Vector x is vector and a is constant.
No, you can see this value. I am
array multi
copying. I am copying and paste at this place. Okay, you have a and x both, and you can see at this place we have the value. These are the values of ax. This part.
Excuse sir.
Yes, please.
That product x square, that x, if that x square is an array, then we have to introduce dot before the square.
Okay, you mean to say at this place we must have dot?
Yes, if x is an array, then we have to put dot.
Now you think this is correct?
Yes, sir. If x is an array, that
Okay,
will
okay. If you are saying this is correct, I want to save this file and again come to add the place. I save the file. You can see there is no error, and you can see that once again I am going to save this file. The file is updated and come to bake. And when once again we will run this file, see what happen. Again there is error.
so after bracket dot star x, after the bracket sign a star x, after bracket dot star x, dot
Why? Why?
this array sir, sign function.
Yes, this is correct. So this is one function, okay, and this is another function. Okay, so this is also the product of element by element product of two array. X square means x product x. X is itself one array. Okay, so that's why we need at this place dot. And again, this will generate one array, and this part is also one array. Okay, so one array can be multiplied with the scalar. A is at this place only we have scalar. So there, this is correct. There is no error in this part. But this part, this is one array, and this is again one array. That's why we need at this place dot sign. Now this function is correct. Okay, Control S. Now, when you will execute these sequence of statement, see, we have the values. We have the values. So you need to check carefully every part while writing the code, while writing the function. Sometimes we not able to find out what type of error has been occurred because the sign at this place showing no warning, no error, but still there is error. Okay, if you are assigning the particular value through this function, then it will run, it will work. But if you will pass the argument in the form of array, in that case, you must use at this place dot product dot exponent. Okay, then this will return the value. So these are some few examples of user defined function. Okay, and now we will come to the next most important example. You can see here a user defined function with the multi outputs. Okay, see, I have created this place multi output function. Okay, and argument which we choose x, y, a, b. See, this is the function. This is the function. So how you can have this is the name of the function which is I say with the name of a multi-output function, and these are the input argument at the place which you can see x, y, and ab. Now I need three outputs. You can have more than three output also. Okay, so here I have output 1, then I have output 2, then I have output 3. I need three different type of functions. Okay, so what first output I have is equal to this one, ax square plus by cube. Second output I need sine ax plus by, and third output I need this one. So these are three different outputs. So what you have, the output you have to write at this place. Okay, you can extend for more outputs and for choosing more input arguments. Okay, I have only x, y, and you can have some more variables. some more parameters. Okay, and the function which are the output depends upon all these input arguments. Okay, but depends upon your program. But this is the simple example to understand when you want to examine, when you need some experiment to check the functions on the same input. Okay, but the sequence, but the functions which you want to examine are different. Okay, if you want to check all these functions graphically or numerically simultaneously, okay, in that case you have to write all the functions at this place, and these are output, and this will help you in many ways while writing different type of models also. Okay, so everything is important in MATLAB um, to deal with the complex problems. So here you can see we are choosing the input argument x is equal to 3, y equal to 5, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1. Okay, so now these are output. These are output, and this is the function. Okay, so once all the values will pass through this function, we have only one function. Okay, but the outputs are three. You can have more than three output. Now, when you will execute this sequence of statement, so all the output values will store where output 1, in output 2, in output 3. You need to store the value, and all these values after computing will be stored at this place. Now, we want to display. Okay, and to display the value, you will use these functions. You will use display function. Okay. So when you will execute this sequence of statement, see, you have these three values. This is the output 1, this is output 2, this is output 3. Okay, and you can also check these values in the workspace. This is output 1, this is output 2, this is output 3. These are the variables, and corresponding to these three variables, output 1, output 2, output 3, these are the corresponding values which are assigned to these variables. Okay, and also you can use at this place uh, like uh, like uh, Z1, then you can use at this place Z2. This doesn't matter. Okay, depends upon you. You can assign any assignment variable. Okay, and then after at this place you also need to change Z1. Okay, and then we have, this is Z2, this is Z2, and then we have Z3, and now you can execute. Okay, so now the assignment variables, we have Z1, Z2, Z3 for output values, and these are the corresponding values. So all these depends upon how you can understand how you are manipulating the sequence of statement. Quite easy. Got it? You got it? This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here we have anonymous function. Okay, sometimes while writing the program, you can use anonymous function. We need not required to define the function. Just depend upon the variables. How many variables are involved in the anonymous function, and you can use in the same script file without defining the function. So this type of function are known as anonymous function. Here is the example. Anonymous function are short one line. You can say also the one line function defined without separate file. Okay. In the other cases, like in the first function, at a place we are using separate file. What we have done, we use a separate file to create this function. But in the case of anonymous function, we are not using the different file. We are creating the function at its place, and in the same file, we are using for the output value. So this is very quite simple. F is equal to at the rate. This is the at the rate, and how many variables are involved in your function. Then you have the function which you need to use at the place. So here we have the function x square plus 3x plus 5. Then you can easily pass the value. You can see here f2. Okay, here is when the meaning of this one is x is equal to 2. Okay, so this value will pass through this function, and you can execute at the same place. Run this file. So this is the value. This is the value CLC. CLC, we have f is equal to at the rate. You can choose here sine x square. Sine x square plus 3 product x plus 5. Okay, I choose this function, and then enter, then enter. Okay, invalid expression at the rate. Yes, there is error because we need the variable. We need the variable at the rate x variable. Okay, now it is correct. Now it is correct. Okay, F1, you can pass any value. F5, you can pass any value. This is only one single line function and very simplest way to write. Sometimes if you have two variable, you can write this anonymous function for two variable also. CLC. See here, I have f is equal to at the rate, and I want to use two variable x comma y. X comma y, and here is function, and function is assigned. Suppose it is x plus y and divide x product y. X product y. Okay, and we can make correct this one like in this way. So this is, we have one type of the function of two variable, and this is correct. Now you can pass the values. Okay, if you will pass 1 comma 2 3, the value of x is 1, that of y is 3. Okay, you can do C 1 comma y, 1 comma y. You can pass any value, depends upon you. Okay, so in this way you can write anonymous function for any number of variables. Okay, if you want to include at its place more variable, you can do. Here is we want to copy the same function. Yes, this one. Copy and paste here. Okay. And now if you will pass, check it. This anonymous function is of two variable, but here we have only one argument. Is it possible? You can do experiment. Is it possible or not? Because we have two argument, we need at this place also 2. If you will do like x, okay, then check it. The thing is that why it is returning the value, you must have at this place CLC, then clear. Okay, because it is taking the value of x from this place. Here is the value of x. Okay, now check it. Yes, saying that unrecognized function variable x. Okay, we have to put the value of x also. Now this will be possible. Okay, so if the function is involving two variable, you have to assign the value of each one. If you want to include the parameters at this place, you can do. You can include a and b also. Okay, and if these are a product x, then at this place we have b product. Now you need the value of a and b also. Okay, you need the value of b, a and b also. Now you can check it. So this is also working. Okay. So whatever you have, you can create an anonymous function for different type of task. Depends upon how many variables and parameters are involving in the function, and you need not require a separate function. Just like you can see at the place we create a separate function and then we call. You need not require user defined function. Just while writing your sequence of statement for programming, you can create this function. Okay. Someone raise hand for any question. Yes, please. Komal.
Sir, sir, I have a question. It's very basic. It's actually why it is needed to make another file for execution. Why it's not executed in the same file? Why it makes error?
Pardon? Please repeat your question.
Why it is need to make another file for execution? Why does it creates an error while execution in the same file? Why we need another file for this for execution?
I don't get your question, ma'am. Sorry.
We type.
Your voice is a little bit creating echo for me. Can you please text me? Please text me. Komal, are you doing text me?
Yes, sir, I'm typing.
Okay. Okay, you are saying why we need another file. See, the thing is, if you want to reduce the complexity of your programming, okay, then you need to create a user-defined function. If your program is not big, then you can use anonymous function there. But sometimes, sometimes your uh, program depends upon different type of functions which are not inbuilt function in the MATLAB, but you need. In that case, you can use this user-defined function. Okay, and sometimes you can use anonymous function also, but it depends upon our choice. Okay, if you will create separate function and then you can call anywhere for your program, and sometimes this will also save the time. Sometimes a function we need uh, in the program multiple times. Okay, so you need not require it to write the same function again and again. Just once you define your function in the MATLAB, you can use anytime, anywhere, multiple time, whatever you need. Okay, so this is the requirement to create your user-defined function in the MATLAB, or otherwise you can use also the anonymous function. This will reduce the sequence of statement. Okay, so this will reduce the sequence of statements. Sometimes you can see here if the function depends upon some conditional statement. Okay, whether it is anonymous function or it is user defined. But in the case of anonymous function and the function depends upon some control statements, in that case, the same control statement, if a function is involving three control statements in uh, anonymous function, so when you will use it two or three times see the length of the programming, we want to reduce the complexity of the program. Okay, so to reduce the complexity, you have to use user-defined function. This is the main reason. Okay. Uh, yes. So I think your query is clear. Is it clear now?
Yes,
Komal,
Yes,
sir.
is
sir.
it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
So, yes. So here is also some more example, simple squaring function you can see by using the same. Okay, square is equal to at the rate x and x square. So very simple to write. Sometimes when you need a simple function, simple calculations, you can use anonymous function. You need not required to write user-defined function. Directly you can do in this way. Only one line function. Okay, and here you can have the result when you will pass this argument of 5. This will return 5 square, C, which is 25. And here is also the some example of recursive function. Which are the recursive function? So MATLAB support recursive functions where a function calls itself during its execution, and just like we have the example of factorial. Okay, and here we write the function of factorial function. Where is factorial? Yes. Okay, see in this function, we want to write a factorial function. So this is the input argument and n will be natural number. Okay, so the thing is result will be equal to this one. And we know that while in the case of factorial, 0 factorial is 1, and when we have n equal to 1, in that case 1 factorial is also 1, 0 factorial is also 1. So here we have to use conditional statement also. Okay, this is the very first statement. If n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1. Okay, so n double equal to means this is the conditional statement. Either this condition is justified or this condition is satisfied. In one of these, we have the value result is equal to 1. Result is equal to 1. Okay, and then result is equal to n and factorial n minus 1. Okay, so if statement started at this place and end at this place. Okay, and then after we will have this function, and function is also and at this place. Okay, so this is we have a factorial function. And now when first you need to save, and this is the name of the function, and the same name is saved at the place. Now what we do, we will find some values. Okay, so here we are using the same function which we create for our purpose. Yes, so when you will execute, check it. 3 factorial is 6. If you have at the place 0, if you will have 0, and check it, this is 1. If you will have at its place 1, it is again 1. If you will have at its place 2, then it is 2. Okay, if we add, this is 5, it is 120. Okay, so after writing the user defined function, you must check by using known values. Okay, for 0, 1, 2, depends upon the function. If because the verification of the function is also very important before using. Okay, so these conditional statement are also very required. We will discuss all about this conditional statement. This will help you in the workflow also in the programming. Okay, in the coming session, we will discuss all these conditional statements. And this also has been discussed. Function handle. Function handle and the above same anonymous function, there is no big difference. MATLAB allows you to use function handles which are variables that store references to the function. This is useful when passing the functions as argument to the other function. Okay, as you can see, we have the function and here is the result. And at this place we are passing this value to the other function. This is the another function. Okay, so there is no big difference. Nested function, this is important. And last one for the today's session. What do you mean by nested function? Anyone can explain? What do you mean by nested function?
Sir, calling another function in a function.
For example,
Don't know.
okay, someone are busy in talking. Can you please explain nested function? Maridula Jain, you are saying something?
Yes, sir. Calling function in a function. Like we are defining some another function in a function. You're calling.
Okay. Okay. So see here the example. Yes. See here, nested function. I create nested function in the separate file. Okay. Just 1 minute. Outer function. The name is outer function. This one. Yes. See, when we are talking about the nested function, there are two functions. One will be outer function, you can see at its place, and one is the nested function or inner function. You can see this is the inner function. Okay, so here what we are doing for the nested, when a function contains function, okay, function of function, this type of function are known as nested function. So here, this function, this is the outer function, and this outer function contain one more function at this place. This is inner function. So what we are doing, first we are using here the outer function. We have the values x and y we are choosing at this place, and by using this one, we are displaying the calling outer function with x is equal to this numerical value. What we have numerical. What is the meaning of this statement? This is used for to convert numerical value into the string. Okay. Similarly, we are doing at this place. Yeah. So here we are using inner function. The values of x and y, which we are assigning at this place for the outer function, will pass through inner function. But where is inner function? We need to define this inner function. And here is the inner function which we define. The function z is equal to inner function a comma b, where z is equal to a plus b. Whatever you have. This is the very simplest example to understand nested function. Okay. So here what is here at the place, we have two argument a and b, and z equal to, we have this operation, and here you are using this statement, inner function called with a numerical to string and b also the same. Okay, so this value z equal to this one. Okay, so the values will pass through this function. Okay, here we are using x and y, and x will be equal to a and y will be equal to b. So what we have the values of x and y, when will it will pass through this function. Okay, so the inner function will be called at this place, which is created in the same file here. Okay, and we save this function, which is outer function, and come here for the numerical result. So now here is execution of the file. When you will execute this section, see the result. Yes. So here I display, you should see the output like the same statement is at this place. Now again calling outer function with x is equal to 10, y is equal to 5. Okay. We pass the value, we have assigned the values of x and y, which are 10 and 5. Whereas I must close this one, this also, this also, this is also not required. This is the outer function. Yes. Okay. And we use this statement to display the values. That's why we have this statement. Okay. And after that, we display the inner function values. Okay. So here, what is number to string results? Okay. So the values of a and b also displayed at this place, and this result is printed here. Result from inner function. Result from inner function, and but the inner values by this one. So this statement is displayed at this place. Inner function called a, what we have the value, and b, what we have the value. Okay, so here we have, this is the inner function, the same value which we are passing at this place, will be for this place, because this is the name of the function. This is the name of the function. There is no difference whether you are using at the place xy or you are using at the place ab, and in the place of ab you can use xy also. Okay, so when we have a function contain one more function, that will be the inner function, or you can say nested function, and this is the outer function, and this outer function will be closed at this place. Okay, so this is a single function contain one more function, and you can extend for multi inner functions. You can have, at the place we have one function, you can have more than one function, which are inner functions. Okay, so this type of functions are known as nested functions. You can choose some more examples which are associated with this type of nested function. So for the today, we will discuss only this part. I want to include some plotting, but sorry, because various type of functions take more time. But what I will do, I will upload some script file for the plotting, and tomorrow the entire session will completely depends upon the plotting. Okay, 2D and 3D and all type of plotting, and how we can call the function, all type of functions which we discussed today in this section. We will use for the plotting also. Okay, user defined, anonymous, and then we have nested function. So all these type of functions we can use for the plotting also, along with the 2D and 3D plotting, which is also very important, because when you will apply numerical methods, you will have some finding, some results, and you need to visualize your results. And to visualize, we need the syntax, how you can manage the, how you can visualize the results. Okay, so tomorrow's session is also very important for the 2D and 3D visualization. So for the today, thank you very much to be part of this session. If you have any question, please feel free to ask from me. Over to you. Now it is time for you. Amal Sharoof, how are you? Amal Sharoof, are you there? Dilip Kumarji, namaskar. Your mic is muted. You are not able to unmute your mic. Yes. Dr. Nalini, ma'am, good evening. Can you please put any question?
No, sir, no.
Everything is going well?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening. Everything is going well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any
Yes, sir,
suggestion to
yes.
improve the quality, or if you have any challenge, please?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Dr. M.
No.
Sasikala. Yes, ma'am, please. You want to say something? Dr. Nalini, you want to say something?
Till up to this, though, I don't have any query about your teaching or about something MATLAB up to this.
Okay. Ma'am, may I know about your domain of research? In which domain you are working?
Fluid dynamics.
Okay. So you are using MATLAB?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Little bit.
Little bit. Now change a little bit into
Yeah.
more bit.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Replace little into more. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Because
Yes,
of
ma'am.
you.
Yes. No, ma'am. We all are colleagues, and we are exchange our thought. And in the coming days, some maybe I need your help also. Okay, so we all are colleagues, and the purpose of to organize this type of activity just to exchange our knowledge, thoughts. Okay, no one is perfect. I am not also perfect in MATLAB.
Yeah.
I am learning from the participant. More learning is required for me also.
And we're trying to learn more.
Yeah, because everyone have some specific problem, and when they put their questions, sometimes I have the answer, sometimes I don't have answer. So we will try to find out this type solutions or the answer of each type of questions. So when we exchange our thoughts with each other, we increase our knowledge.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great.
Thank you. I came late in this session. That's
Okay.
why I hope this workshop include problems in the fluid dynamic like this, because we need to learn more about it, how to executing the problems in the fluid dynamics and so on, like this. This is my opinion, but I don't.
Okay, actually, the thing is that when we deal with any problem, okay, many times the inbuilt functions we can easily use in our problem, whatever we have. Okay, but sometimes the function which you want to use for your problem, but not available in the MATLAB, then what you will do? You have to write your own function. Okay, because everyone have a different type of problem and different type of results and findings are required. But when we are writing the program, we need some new functions. Okay, so there are several type of ways to write user-defined functions. Anonymous functions are there. Then we have nested type of functions are there. Some are conditional functions based on conditional statements. Okay, so all these are only which we discuss in the first session to today. These are only all the foundation of the MATLAB. We don't know which type of problem we face in the coming sessions. You may have some different problem, the other participant have other problem, but all the foundation or the essential which we need for the numerical methods, which we need to use. Okay, so all the essentials which we need for numerical methods, we are covering in this essential MATLAB. Okay, so all these will help you in the coming sessions to write different type of programs for numerical approach, approximation approach, and some there are some user defined some functions to compute different type of models. Okay, so all these will help you in many ways.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it is good. Yeah, it will be good. Sure.
Yeah. Any more question? Okay, I think there is no more question.
Actually, I don't understand the nested function, sir. But we'll watch the recording video.
Okay, in the nested function, ma'am, uh, just like function of a function, you can say function of function. So there is,
Means, is
when
it
we
a
say,
composite function, sir?
yes, you can say like in this way, a composite function. So when a function depends upon the other function, but in the MATLAB, what we do, we will write one is outer part and the other is inner part. Okay, so inner function will be known as nested function, but these nested function may be one or two or three or more than three. Okay, but we choose at this place very simple example. Once again, see at this place. I'm sharing the screen.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
see this
Okay.
one. See, this is one function. Okay, this is one function. So at this place, we are choosing only the arguments. Okay, we have only the argument which we choose at the place, and this function is saved with this name. Along with we have these parameters or their values, and here we have the result. But the thing is, this result depends upon some function. This result is depend upon some function. Okay, so what we do, we have to write this function which is defined in the same function at this place. Got it? The function the values which depends upon this function, and the argument you can see. These are the argument for this outer function. Okay. And we need to pass, or we need the output values. These are the output values corresponding to this one. Okay. So we have to write it in the same file the inner function. Or you can do the same task in another way. See, I can easily break this function. I can easily break this function. See, I cut from this place. Now we have only, this is only, we have simple function. We have simple function C. I create new file, save it, Control S. Okay. So now this is one function, and this is one function. So this is the outer function, and this function depends upon this function. We have two function. Okay. So the thing is this value, which is output. This output depends upon this function, but I create this function in the another file. Now see, I will have the same result. I will have the same result at this place. I am again executing the file C, CLC. Okay, clear? And then execute. You have the same. So there is no difference whether you are creating in this way. In the earlier, what was it? This one. Okay, so this function we are using in the same file and known as inner function, whether you can use in the another file and you can call it. So for the same function, you can, if depends upon another function, or you need to write a new function, you can use a nested function. If you don't want to use a nested function, okay, depends upon you how you want to use these functions. The most important thing is computing thinking, in which way you are thinking to use, in which way you want to write your MATLAB code. Every person have own logical thinking. Every person have own computing thinking. Everyone you do every task, same task in a different way. Okay, so this depends upon completely upon your choice in which manner you want to compute or you want to manage the sequence of statement. Okay, there is no difference, but the only thing is that the sequence of statement play very important. Which sequence deal with for which type of input and output. So the sequence of the statement while writing the program, we have to keep in mind for getting the results. Okay, so this will we understand by doing or by solving ourselves some problem, and I think it is clear now for you.
Yeah, got it, sir.
Got it? So
Yeah.
yes, so it depends upon our choice. You can use the same function in the same file, or you can create another file. So now see one more thing. When you will cut this function and save it. Now see, we are using this function at this place, we are calling at this place, but this function we are calling from this place, but this function depend upon again this function, and this is another file. So in this way, if we combine these two functions, we have only one file. Otherwise, you have two files. You can see here we have now two files. If you can save your complexity by using one file to writing the user defined function, you can do. If you want to create a separate file, this also work for you. But again, the use of file, how you will manage the sequence of order of the functions, as well as the sequence of statement, and for the output and the numerical results. Okay, so when you will solve small problem, okay, you will choose a simple problem, then go to complex problem. Then you will automatically understand the sequence of the pattern of the sequence to write the programming. Okay, and also along with we need some control statements which we will discuss in the coming sessions. But tomorrow we will discuss only the plotting. Plotting is very important for all of us. Okay, any more question? I think everything is clear now. Everything is
Yes,
clear.
sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So
Thank
enjoy
you,
all
sir.
the sessions, and if you have a question, please always feel free. And when we have discussion, we have more understanding. Okay, and I think the way of discussing is very friendly for all of you, and we all are colleagues. So thank you very much to show for showing your interest in this ongoing course. Some lectures will be recorded, but during these MATLAB essentials for numerical methods, we will engage all the sessions live. Then after some sessions for the numerical method will be recorded, some will be online. So both type of will be there, so that interaction is very important to discuss all type of issues, problems which you have any question related to the content. So thank you very much for today's session.